Okay, so I want the Spurs to win. Don't get me wrong, but after looking at that game three, I think that Adam Silver and his people talk to the refs of the game officiating. Because I saw a statistic where it was like 22 free throws at that point in the half versus like 5 that the Knicks had. And I'm looking at that. I'm looking at like the way that folks are playing. I'm like, I don't feel like the Knicks are playing 22 free throws levels of dirty and the Spurs aren't. I feel like everybody was equally like matched in terms of that. I think in terms of Adam Silver for ratings, if this was like a four and done series, like there's a lot of money that's on the table. But I also think too, it might be in the script that the Spurs win this one. And the reason I say that is because I look at like the commercials and the staging. I've seen like the little ESPN graphics where like they'll be doing like the pose. I know what's his face. Jalen Brunson even refused to be in the same room with it, but his was hard. He said this. He's doing like some Ronaldo. It was hard, but yeah. But I feel like I've been seeing more of those for the Spurs, and the way that the commentators talk, it feels more like Spurs oriented. If that makes sense. I understand Wembanyama is a very fun player to watch, but I can't help but notice when ESPN's going that way, when you see that much of I guess, inequity in how free throws are going. Because like I said, I was watching the game. Mind you, I started watching like end of third quarter, but to me, like the game was not crazy dirty. And I was even seeing a thing of like Wembanyama had a piece where he wasn't really in the first quarter where he had like a flagrant and they didn't call it. And to me, it's like, okay, I'm Adam Silver. If I think of basketball instead of like as a sport where people need to win or whatever the case is, it's the best man who wins. The NBA is a product at the end of the day. So if you create more like supply for the wait, does that work? You have very high demand for the product. So if you just make it done at 4, then you're not. If you all your stock is only 4, then you're only gonna get like 4 things worth. And I feel like you generate a lot more money if you get more games. So even if it's not necessarily, hey, we're gonna make it so that the Spurs win. I think it was like we can't let this be a 4-0 series. But overall, it's a fun game to watch. I the righteous competitor in me can't help but see those things and be like, yeah, no, something's a little fishy here. And then I saw at the end it was like 10 free throw attempts versus 5 free throw attempts that were given. And I just have to look at that. I'm like, yo. Also, I'm thinking about too when it's like those random calls where it was like very clearly the Spurs' fault. Like you had that out of bounds call and all that sort of jazz. And I'm like, you'd think that they wouldn't call. Mind you, it was a little close, but it felt like they were kind of hasty to do those. And then the people had to use their challenges. And then it was like, okay, well, now you're screwed. You can't time out, whatever the case is. No type of clock management. So if I were the Knicks right now, it's like, hey, man. I think this is a very good final series. Nevertheless, I have to call those things out when I see them. Yeah, I still got the Spurs winning. And I'll still be excited when they win, inshallah ta'ala. But yeah, if I see stuff like that, like this game could really have asterisks. But like the thing is though, we can't really do asterisks when we talk about games because you could be like add an asterisk to everything. Like, oh, okay, you put an asterisk to say like 2017 Warriors with the because they had like KD and all those people. It's like, oh, well, whatever the curse is, I'm just like, yeah, dude. Who won is who won. Yes, the refs might have had something to do with it. Yes, Adam Silver might have had something to do with it, but it doesn't matter.